years, but what is the real value of pouring everything into Philadelphia?
Hey, man, we only follow orders. And whatever Coach Garrett or any other coaches tell us to do, that's what we're going to do.
What would it mean to you the greatest regular season in Cowboys history? No teams ever won 14.
Pretty cool. We got to keep going.
You guys got that players parade over there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
You walk through the showers. What was that meeting like?
Hey, man, that's exclusive information.
What does it mean to you to have that done?
It means everything. It's the core value of the team. Don't be taking pictures and putting it on the internet either, man. That's in-house news.
But it is something that a group of team leaders got together and put together. These are our rules, right?
Yep. They show you every day on that board.
Matters.
Yep. It's the only thing that matters.
How have you been in the quarterback room this week?
Oh, man, I've been trying to jump in there from here and there, but nah, it's just a joke. We know who our guy is. That beast down there, Dak.
What kind of feedback did you get from friends and family people from everywhere after that one play?
Oh, man, it was crazy. A lot of people couldn't believe it. A lot of people were telling me, we've been waiting on it for the longest. And it finally happened. I think the most shocking thing was people didn't know I was left-handed. I'm like, what? How you not know I'm left-handed? Of course I'm left-handed. Well, I can do a lot of things with my right hand, too.
But don't you think it worked well? Because I don't know if they knew that you were left-handed. That's why it seems like it worked perfectly.
It was perfect. All credit go to Coach Linehan and Joe Looney. If you go back and look at the play, go look what Joe Looney did. He's the reason why that play extended. He made it happen. He got that guy off the edge.
What can you do right-handed?
I can throw right-handed. I bat right hand. What else? I can kick right. I can kick left too.
You don't get any hits right-handed. We've seen you try, but you
well,
stand on that side of the plate.
I'm better than my left. Actually, I'm better right than my left.
Yeah, Stephen Jones says you try to get into the QB meeting.
And you just missed that. Merry Christmas. Well, happy holidays.
Do you have any New Year's resolution plans?
Right now, just focusing on the season. Making each year better than the last.
What's the greatest compliment anybody's ever given?
I just love the fact that I'm who I am. I think that's the best compliment that you can get from anybody.
How often have you heard that?
So much. Once somebody get to know me, they think different. Even if they had a bad, outlook on me at first.
That's passing Michael Irvin for all-time touchdowns. That means something special.
I done heard this question to me one time. So, yeah, it's cool, but you know where we're trying to go. Mike got that big old ring on his hand. He actually got 3 of them. That's the goal.
What's the best thing Jason Garrett's done for you guys this year?
Just be him, showing who he really is. He always done that, and I think that's the best thing you can get from a coach. And when you get that attitude from a coach, you're gonna go all out for him.
You got any hot plans for the OK State game tonight?
Well, Andre, he's been talking a lot of noise to me. Andre Gerard, however you pronounce his last name. He's been talking a lot of noise to me, ever since last week. And I told him all you got to do is put your money where your mouth is. I don't really want to talk too much about it. We air that thing out. We're going to air Colorado out. Blowout, I'm predicting it now. I don't care about Colorado listening to this season.
Teams may reach out to Scott Linehan next week as there's head coach vacancies. How much has he meant to you, and how much would you need to lose again?
Man, Coach Linehan, that's pretty cool, but hey, he can't go nowhere. Not right now. He got this thing rolling. That's everything. But not to be selfish. That's a great accomplishment. For him, he deserves it. But he a Cowboy.
How much has he helped his offense? There's so much talent on here, but how much has he
You
imparted in it?
you gotta give it to him. He's done an outstanding job. Not just calling the plays, but getting guys realizing hey, it's a great group of guys, and everybody loves touching the ball, but if we can spread this thing out, we can be better than, what we've been in the past. And I think it works. It's been working well, for us.
This week, you want to play? I mean, you said that Sunday. Any difference because it's a meaningless game doesn't mean anything? You need the reps?
No game is meaningless. It's quality reps in this game against a quality team, against a quality opponent that's in our division that we'll play for years to come, that I'll face off against. So, I mean, any reps I can get against a good team to make myself better, get some momentum going in the playoffs, I'll take it.
Have the coaches talked to you at all about maybe
no.
playing 2 quarters, 3 quarters, or a full game? What's the plan?
I mean, I guess no true discussion. I'm just going to be ready to play the whole game and prepare as if I am. Let them do that.
But you understand the mindset, though, that maybe coaches would want to keep you safe for the playoffs, make sure you're healthy.
Yeah, I understand that. But the competitor in me, wants to play.
Can you
Garrett
change?
is up for Coach of the Year. He's one of the favorites right now. What do you think he's done the best this season?
Just putting us in great positions all year long. He's a great coach, and it starts off with our routine and just the way we practice and what he preaches to us every day. And just to make sure we go out there and we execute it every day falls on him. He does a great job at it.
Have you been around a better storyteller than him?
I can't say I have. He's great at motivating players and getting going. And as I said, kind of has a way of telling the same thing over and over, but in different ways, and getting to you and getting the job done.
What story stuck with you, or kind of?
Numerous of stories. Michael Phelps stories, Kobe Bryant stories. Petty. Tons of guys I can name. Usain Bolt, that he's told us stories about, of just one thing about him, one trait about him that makes him great, that stuck with me.
Has Des tried to invade the quarterback meeting room yet?
No, not at all.
With Coach Garrett, we in the media get frustrated sometimes because he sticks to the message so much at his news conference. How much different is the Garrett you see in here from the one that we see in here?
Not much different at all. As I said, he kind of keeps the same story for the most part all season long, and he'll say, I know you've heard it enough, and I'm going to say it again, but it's a part of just making sure it's installed in us, and that's the way we go about it each and every day and execute our game plans weekly.
Zeke had a chance to go for the rookie rushing record. I know at some point he wanted it. That may not be there depending on how much he plays. Is that a big deal to him, or the goal of getting ready for the playoffs and making a run more important?
I don't think that's a big deal to him. Obviously it's something he wants to do. I'm sure it's the competitor in him that he wants to go out there and break as many records as he can. But he knows the importance of getting rested, getting ready for this postseason, and he's gonna be ready to do that as he throws the towel.
You talk about the team mentality. Certainly you set some records and broken some records and stuff like that, but that's not the goal. That's not the focus. It's nice to get it, but that's not what you guys are.
Yeah, not at all. It's not our focus as individual records or team records or whatever. We're focused on winning each and every game that we can. We're focused on winning this next one. We want to play to the last game of the season, and I think that's the whole focus and goal of this team.
When you talk about understanding why the coaches would want to keep you safe and healthy, can you change your approach during a game like this in terms of when you might run the football, the kind of decisions you might make in that regard?
As I've always said, I just kind of let that come to me. I just play the game as it's given, take what the defense gives me. If they give me the lanes to run, I'm going to do that. I guess I can say I'm not going to take some meaningless hits as I took last game, or throwing the ball away or sliding. I guess I could do that better.
Did you take too many hits, you think?
No, I took some unnecessary hits. I wouldn't say I took too many hits. There's situations I could have ran out of bounds or thrown the ball away that I've done all year that I didn't do last game.
So you'll be more mindful of that.
100%.
Our Houston station's working on it.
It's going to be your job to win without Romo. This franchise has really struggled to do that. How did you keep that from being too big, or that job seeming too big?
I didn't really, pay attention to anybody. Good shot, Zeke. But I just stayed focused on helping this team win, no matter what my role was, and just do the best I can to help these guys execute.
Is that where the whole minute by minute, day by day kind of thing is important? Just keep it coming.
Just living in the moment, as I've always said, of just stay focused on whatever I'm doing at this moment. Stay focused on this interview and not so much shooting straws at me.
Yeah, how have you dealt with that all year?
It's been all right. He's been all right.
He's mad because he didn't wear his jewelry after the game.
I did wear it. I had it on. Y'all, yeah. Let's see it.
Not for the press conference.
Spitball right there.
Let's see it.
Here, Zeke. Take this, man. Come on.
Man, I thought you want some spitball. Hey man, where my chain at, man? They say you ain't wearing it.
Jack, you go back to the first Philly game. What gave you issues early on before the fourth quarter and overtime?
Simply, I think just my footwork. I don't think it was anything necessarily that they were doing. I think it was just my footwork, as I said, and just not being sharp and execute. I think we're coming off that bye week, and I didn't get myself, I guess, ready fundamentally as I should have.
What influences Wade had on you?
Tons. He's taught me this whole playbook. Starting off in rookie minicamp, it was me and him in one-on-one meetings all summer long. So tons of credit go to Coach Wilson. He's been outstanding with me.
This class clown too strong a term for Zeke.
Yeah, he's fun. I wouldn't necessarily say he's a class clown. He's fun. But when it's time to lock in, get in that film room, get out in the field, he definitely does that better than anyone.
It's difficult to wait for January 14th or 15th, whenever that first playoff game is.
Say again?
Is it hard to wait for that?
No, my focus is this week. The Philadelphia Eagles, and going in there and doing everything I can to help my team win, regardless how much time I get to play. That's my 100% main focus.
What does that player's creed mean to you?
It's everything. It's something that the leaders of this team came up with. It speaks for itself, and I think we've done a good job of not only just putting it on paper, but living it out each and every day.
Have you ever been a part of anything like that in any of your other previous, high school or college experiences?
I guess I've been parts of where we got together as leaders and come up with the goals or things we wanted to do as a team to make each other better, but just to put a statement like that together and put values with it, special, done by the players.
What do you remember about how it was presented to you guys? Did you guys go through it? Was the leaders talking you through it?
Yeah, it was the leaders talking us through it in the summer. The guys that came up with it, the reasons of why coming up with it and what they believe in, and if you're not with it, then it's on you to get out, because that's the way it's going to be done in this locker room, and it's the way it's been.
You've done so much this year as far as breaking records for yards, touchdowns, and now even tying it for wins all time. Which one stands out to you?
Our team record. That's the only thing that really matters to me, and I want to get one more win. I want to go get this 14th win.
What kind of relationship did you have with Romo since he's been back? And how has he helped you in practice and games?
Yeah, it's been no difference from before he was suited up on the sideline. He's been great, helping me out every day on the field, off the field. Come Sundays, giving me looks and telling me things that he's done in the past to beat this coverage or things I may need to look for. Or we scored on them 2 drives in a row. Be expecting blitz now. Be expecting them to throw their game plan away. All kind of things Romo's helped me with. He's been great.
What has Mark Sanchez meant to you? He told me that after the last Philadelphia game, he grabbed you and said, hey, you need to look around and appreciate what's going on right here.
He does that every game. He grabs me and tells me to make sure I sit down, take 15, 30 seconds, and just soak it all in and enjoy it. And Mark's been great. I guess he's been my mental coach, if anyone has been, about what we need to do this drive, what we need to do to get going. It's a game that nothing new happens, and he's been great. I've got a great group of guys, including Kellen, who is a genius behind the scenes, who doesn't get enough credit for what he does and helping me out and helping this offense out. It's phenomenal.
How's he a genius?
We don't talk about him much and what he's done for you in the quarterback.
I don't think it's anybody in this team overlooks it, or in this locker room overlooks his role or Kellen's role or anyone's role in this team. Everybody knows how important it is for them to do their job and play their role to the best they can to help this team, and Mark's done a great job. Along with, I can name numerous of people in here that aren't necessarily dressing out or playing that play a big part in the success.
How's Kellen been a genius?
He's an offensive coordinator in his own mind. He's simply a genius when it comes to helping Coach Linehan out and early on in the week, giving looks, helping me out with things the defense does, maybe the little keys here and there to tip me off, or coverages or blitz. He's great.
Attitude and your take as you enter a game like this?
Just got to do my preparation like any other week, treat it as any other week. I don't control who plays or how much a person plays. All I can do is control how prepared I am for the game.
If you had your preference, I'm guessing you'd want to be in there alive.
Especially with the bye in the playoffs, you want to continue this momentum we have. You don't want to really take 2 weeks off and try to come back and play at the highest level of football that you've played in your whole career. So I mean, definitely want to play, keep my rhythm going.
Zeke, you think you have a shot at Dickerson's record, or have you given up that dream?
Not really focused on it.
What taught you that? I mean, has that always been your attitude in football, that it is a team game?
I mean, yeah, it's the ultimate team sport. It takes 11 guys, and like I said, I just learned through experience. You know, you don't focus on that. You focus on going out there, winning ball games, and good things happen. Good things come with that.
If the number were a little bit smaller, would it be any different? Like if it were 70 yards, would you want it more than it being a number that's kind of out there a little bit?
I really don't think it matters what the number is.
How much did you want to stay in there the other day? Did you campaign anybody to stay in there?
They know I wanted to be in the game, but you know, it's not really my choice. As I've expressed before. So.
Zeke, you guys have talked about how good the chemistry is in this locker room. What do you think? What do you attribute that to?
I think just the guys we have in this locker room, one, and two, just you know, I think we've made effort to actually spend time, you know, outside this building, you know, and the more time you spend with a group of guys, you know, the more close you guys will get.
You talk to your college teammates at other teams and say, what's it like where you guys are, and is this different than other spots, you think?
Yeah, I definitely do, and I mean, I get no response that even makes it seem like they have anything like we have going on in this locker room.
Zeke, what does that players' creed mean to you? You guys got the ball over there.
I mean, it's everything. It's how we live our life every day in this building. I mean, it's the I guess you could call it the backbone or the skeleton of this team.
What do you think of the idea to come up with something like that?
I think it was very smart, very unique. You know, just to kind of get together where it's not really the coaches doing it. You know, it's the players. You know, the leaders going out there and actually put on a piece of paper what they think this team should fight for and what we should represent.
Zeke, you've got quite a crowd here. Do you ever worry about your locker mates here and trying to get to their locker? Jeremiah and Gavin?
It'll be all right.
What's the best thing Dak's done this year?
Just approach every game, approach every play like it's another play. Forget about the play before, forget about the game before, and that's his biggest strength.
Has it been much of an adjustment? Normally this time of year you've only got one game left and you're done. Now you've got several potentially. How was your body adjusting to that kind of workload for the first time?
Well, I feel good actually, you know, and this is honestly, I was talking about this with Coach Brown earlier. In college, I was playing 80 plays a week, so I think if you kind of look at it, I only play about 40, 50 plays max every week. So you can look at it that way also. I was playing 80 plays a week in college, and I'm not really playing that many plays in the pros, but I think my body's adjusted well. I think that I'm doing fine. I feel great.
Zeke, the last 2 weeks of the regular season, then the bye week, it's kind of like going 4 weeks between meaningful games. How much do you go back to your college experience where you guys would play early December, then you wouldn't have a bowl game or championship game until a month later? How much do you look back at that experience?
Like, are you asking me to compare them?
Yeah, I mean, just like the gap between meaningful games. You know, like you said, you want to keep the momentum going. But
He's saying it's similar to college when you guys would sit out before the bowl game.
I mean, I don't think it's comparable to college. In college, you literally just don't play a game for like 3 weeks. We've been having games every week. You guys say meaningful games. Every game is meaningful, even though you guys, I mean, it may not matter if we win or lose it, but it matters in the total grand scheme of things. We're trying to stay sharp. We're trying to have a sharp edge every week so we can go into these playoffs like a high-octane machine. You know, we're not taking weeks off. We're not looking at them as games that aren't meaningful. Every game we play is meaningful.
Coach Garrett is one of the favorites for Coach of the Year. What do you think you've done this year that stands out for you?
I think the biggest thing with Coach Garrett is his consistency. You know, he's so consistent in the way, you know, we do the same thing every week, and I think it's good for this team because it's great to be in a routine. You know, you're never thrown off. You always know what to expect, and I think that's a big reason we're successful this year.
What's the best thing you've done this year? Is there one thing that kind of stands out?
I don't know. I think I'm done.
Has Dez been difficult to be around since throwing that touchdown pass? Has he let you guys hear the end of it?
Oh no, he's great.